Okay. So today we're going to be running through a few mobile assessments, different softwares, and websites that you can use with your students. So does anyone know what mobile assessments are?
Tests online?
Yeah, basically online tests. So some of these are going to be more of testing software that you might get actual student data from. Other ones are more almost game-based that students would really enjoy, and you wouldn't get individual scores necessarily, but you'll get an overall feel for how well the class is doing, and your students will look forward to those ones. So a few that we're going to run through, we're going to discuss the benefits of mobile assessments. Kahoot is a very popular one. Has anyone heard of Kahoot or used Kahoot? Okay, so that's one we're going to start with. Google Forms. Does anyone use Google Drive?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, awesome. And you know the different apps within Google Drive, right? Google Docs is like a word processor. It's basically Microsoft Word. Google Slides, what I'm using today. PowerPoint. Has anyone used Google Forms?
We do with SGI.
Yes.
A little bit, so you probably use that, and when I show you one or go a bit more in depth, you'll recognize it. And finally, I know that a lot of you use Smart Notebook. Inside Smart Notebook, there are also gaming pieces that would have students coming to the board, as well as ones that students are going to do from their laptops, from their iPads. All right? So benefits of mobile assessments. What do we think are some of the reasons we might want to use mobile assessments? And again, either as like formal tests or maybe more informal. Just shout it out.
It's a rapid way of just assessing the class to see if they understand.
Yeah, right? You get assessments rapidly or really data quickly, right? Because we're big on data. So data quickly. What else?
Also, you calculate the scores.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So generally, this grades for you.
It's
So
more engaging for students.
it's more engaging for students. Perfect. Perfect.
Does it also categorize the skill that they might need more work on?
Yeah, exactly. So we know that categorize skills. We know that we teach to certain standards, and maybe our students need more help in one standard than another. By having these categorized questions, we can really focus on those. So we've actually touched on probably the biggest benefits, and that's that we get that data quickly, feedback quickly. The students are going to enjoy some of these, some more than others. Some of them are going to be quizzes. And grading for you is ultimately saving you time. Anything else we want to add to this?
Also compare the results and compare the data. It allows the teachers to compare.
Yeah, so for yourself, right, this is going to sort of guide your teaching also.
Shows you the strengths and weaknesses of your students.
Guide teaching, strengths and weaknesses. We're just going to stop there because I'm all out of room. All right? You want to shout anything else out? Okay, cool. Alright, so the first one we're going to do is Kahoot. Kahoot's a very popular website that allows our students to take quizzes that we've created. It sort of makes a game out of these in which students can compete against each other, either as individuals or in groups. You can create your own quizzes. There's also a huge library of pre-created quizzes on there that you're able to then edit. And it allows you to incorporate images from websites, videos from YouTube. And if you're using Google Classroom, you can also assign these for homework. So a lot of times this is done in class, and you'll see that your students have a lot of fun doing this. But you can also assign these for homework as well, which is great. There's also a mobile app for those younger students that have the iPad. It might just be easier to install that mobile app. That will bring them directly to the games that you've created. Okay? So I'm going to have you guys are going to be students in my class, and you're going to do exactly what your students would do. So we're going to do a classic one, which just means that everyone is working from their own device here. And now this tells us exactly what to do. Let's turn this down a little. You're going to go to this website, so kahoot.it, and that's going to prompt you to enter code. You're going to enter this 6-digit code here. And now you'll see, and these are some options as you get logged in. Sometimes people have the ability to choose their own names. In this case, you're actually going to get a wheel that spins and generates a name for you. And that sort of avoids students picking names that might be a little bit too colorful. Go ahead, give that a spin.
Lively seal.
I like this one. Honest Swan.
So I think you have to spin it.
Crazy tiger.
And then as soon as you've got one you like,
That's the best he's got.
okay, you're mounted ferret. Perfect.
Right. Oh, I
Very
can't
good.
Schwartz.
You know, time isn't limited.
Stellar piranha. That's
There you go.
upgrade.
That's me.
All right,
Okay.
everyone's in, everyone sees their name up here.
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to get you started. Now what's going to happen is questions are going to pop up. We're going to see them on the board. You're going to answer on your device. So the first question is, on which show did the Simpsons cartoon first appear?
Oh, God.
Tracy Ullman show?
You
Please
guessed
answer
it.
on your device.
Ooh.
Remember, mobile assessment, not shouting out. All right.
Bombed.
So now your students get this feedback immediately as well. So we had a few people pick Saturday Night Live, a few people picked the Tracy Ullman show. Apparently you guys should have listened to the woman who called out. Generally students who don't follow directions. Next question. So now we can see what order we're in. We only have 7 questions here. We'll run through this quick. What does El Nino mean? So we're going for speed and accuracy. All right, the child. Anyone remember this? Now this is from Saturday Night Live. Probably back in 1993 or something. Chris Farley, no? Okay, I'm the only one who remembers. I was in 3rd grade.
So, Mr. Schwartz, question?
Yeah.
So it does measure speed as well?
Speed
as
and accuracy. So your next question is actually up. Sorry about that. Convert 0 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
Yeah, good job. We didn't get everyone in. There's a time limit, so we got 5 people, but 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing point, 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the freezing point. We'll worry about your scores at the end. How many chambers are in the human heart? Awesome. You can also see that some of these questions have more or less time. So that's something that you're able to set for each question. But once everyone's answered, then that question ends. Just to run through, anyone know the 4 chambers?
Left and right ventricle.
Yeah.
No.
Left
On
and
the left and
right.
right atrium.
Atrium, yeah. And in the diagram of the heart, we're viewing it from our own perspective. So these are your left chambers, right chambers. All right. Next question. I think 2 left. How many units are in a gross? Yeah, I played too much Jeopardy,
Oh.
and 144. A gross is 12 dozen. 12 times 12, 144.
We don't know that.
That's
All right, current events. That should say which team. Yeah, 2018 World Series.
Well, we know which one didn't.
Come on, time is running out here. Somebody missed it. The Red Sox.
Oh, man.
Tried to fool you with my picture of the 86 Mets. Dang. Oh, good one. Which Pink Floyd album featured the song Comfortably
Oh my
Numb?
goodness, oh my goodness.
Oh, come on.
So it was actually The Wall. I kind of tried to confuse you with the Dark Side of the Moon
Yes,
cover.
you did.
But also that was just to demonstrate that we can use the videos from YouTube. And also what's really nice is that you can cut those down to start at exactly where you want. So if you had a long video, you don't need to watch the whole thing.
So
you
why
can
did you
just
throw
show.
us off with that album cover?
Because it's a cool cover, right? Some of you should have known it
The wall
anyway.
cover.
All right. So how'd we do? Mountain Jaguar, who won? Alright, what's also really nice is that I can save these results and I can download them. That's going to be an Excel sheet. So this doesn't need to be just the one time that I do this with my students in class. I can check these out later. I'm not going to get the individual scores. I don't know who Lively Seal was, but thank you. But I can at least get a feel for how well my class did overall. All right? So 66.7, so that's about an F+, I think. All right. So now what we're going to do is, now you guys are going to go to Kahoot.com. So you didn't need a login for that. Your students can do that just at any time. There's no back work to that. But if we go to Kahoot.com, we're going to attempt to create our own. So this part will ask you to create a login. So you're going to have to sign in. And you can sign in with, if you have a Gmail account, your school email. Sign up for free, so it's free. There are versions that we would pay for, but this is free. And we're just gonna create a quiz with a couple questions together, and then I'll let you guys get started. So you're a teacher. These are the easy questions.
Question.
Yeah.
Like, do you actually want to work with your class?
Free to begin with, and then you'll see that they'll probably prompt you. There are premium ones that you could buy, but
It's like what, monthly, or is it paid for the whole year?
they're going to show you some ads. You're going to see a few that tell you about that, but honestly, most teachers that I've worked with do not pay beyond, they just create a basic account. I have a basic
I'm only
account.
asking, like, because if we wanted to use, like, part of our teacher's choice or whatever to do this for our class, or if we asked administration, and they would let us, just so we have an idea.
Check out the benefits of what the premium ones give you versus free.
Yeah, it says Pro is $3 a month, and Kahoot
Okay.
Plus is a month, yeah.
But you would have to see whether Pro is actually worth investing in, or the basic version gives you a lot as well. All right. So most of us have an account, right? We're in. All right. Another few seconds. Can't get in right now for this step. I'll help everyone, but I want to get to the point where I actually show. All right, looks like everyone's ready. So a few things to know. Your home page, what we're going to do is just create one. And like I said, follow along as we create a 2-question quiz. Then I'll show you where you can get other ones. There's different type of games you can play, but for the most part, I've stuck with this quiz here, and I think that's the most popular one. So now I just have to walk through a few steps. It tells me what's required. So for today, I'm just going to call this a demo. And my description is just going to be demo for PS 170 teachers. If I wanted to use hashtags and things, that just helps other teachers who might want to use this quiz. So if it were on a specific topic, that's how these would be sorted. All right, this is going to be visible to everyone. I can choose my language, and my audience for today is just going to be training. And I can also choose images if I want to as well. So we're going to run through this quickly. I'll take this cat. And now we're ready to go. So in the top right corner, okay, go. And now we just go through this adding questions. So these questions are going to be all multiple choice. So who has a multiple choice question that they'd ask their students? Any topic.
Who's the artist known for her wooden assemblages?
Okay. Who's the artist known for her wooden assemblages? And now you're going to embarrass me by
Georgia, well, you want
don't
me to know
spell
the
this
answer?
correctly.
Would you like the answer?
Yeah, I'm going to need the answer. So, what do you have?
Do you want me to give you the wrong answer first?
Well, we'll go with the right answer.
Okay, Louise Nevelson. Louise.
Louise
And then Nevelson. It should be an E at the end. Isn't that Louis?
Nevelson?
Nevelson, good. And it's Louise with an E at the end.
Okay. That's the right answer?
That's the correct answer.
Alright, so I'm just going to give some nonsense answers. So Seuss, Van Gogh.
It says her.
Clearly my knowledge of art is limited. Anyway, Georgia O'Keeffe, yeah. I want to make sure that I put that check mark next to the one correct answer or the multiple correct answers. Again, if I want to use an image, just like we did with that cover image, I can either upload one from my computer, choose one from a list of categories that's already in here. So I could go with art, and we'll choose this one. Or I could have also done, yeah, looked up images, or I could have used that YouTube video. All right? And one more question. Let's go with a simpler question this time.
What are the primary colors?
There we go. What are primary colors? So we will do
No, because I can do red,
Red.
orange, and yellow.
yellow,
Yeah.
blue, right?
Red,
Green, orange,
purple.
purple. All right. Again, put my check where it belongs. Search for an image or a video. We hit next. We'll save that. And now we're ready to play that with our students. Questions? Simple.
Yeah, that's good. I would use it.
Last thing I want to show you is, I'm done.
I have a question.
Yeah.
They can type your names, right? Like, would you-
They can type their names also, so that was an option when I first set up that quiz to do those random names. So my Kahoots are under Kahoots. If I go to Discover, that's where I'm going to find a lot that other people created. So I can do a search for these, or I can create my own, right? And these that we search for are also fully editable. Editable, yeah, not editable. Any other questions? Good? Okay, so take a few minutes to go ahead, finish up that one we started, and start creating your own.